as is the case with any good home, Toledo's fire stations are aging.
They were looking at about $22 million.
$22 million that's needed to make repairs to all of the department's aging buildings. The average age of these buildings is about 47 years old, but there are a couple approaching 100 years old. Toledo Fire and Rescue Department Chief Allison Armstrong tells me this 10-year estimate comes from a study conducted by a third-party firm. And you said 10 years. Is that 10 years as in that's 10 years remaining before it's just going to be worse? Or is that 10 years just because that was the number that was picked?
That's the timeline they use, so to speak, to say, okay, these things need to be done in the next 10 years. You should be doing all of these things. However, these things over here need to be done in the first 1 to 2 years. They are more critical, so they should be at the higher end of your list. But however, these roofs over here, we estimate, in 10 years, they will exceed their life. And so therefore, maybe at the, 6-year mark, 7-year mark, you need to start looking at replacing them.
Armstrong says that the department has recently received support from Toledo City Council, which she is grateful for. That support includes $500,000 in 2022 and $1.3 million after the midterm readjustment. Armstrong says that's enough for short-term repairs, but that's also money her department can burn through after only a couple of projects, one being a new fence, parking lot, and roof at TFRD's maintenance building. So with that $22 million lingering,
we do need to have conversations about long-term funding and where that funding is going to come from, what it looks like, how much, and so this basically starts that conversation.
Armstrong views this study as a tool in the toolbox, or piece of the puzzle, and that's as the department stations, which she describes as at most functional, slowly age. Reporting in Toledo, I'm Jaden Jefferson.